Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, let's take a look at SPY and QQQ together with the tech stocks, that is, well, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Netflix, Google, and Amazon. So Google will be the highlight pretty much. Well, not the highlight in itself, but I would say they had their earnings, so definitely I'll be spending some time on Google talking about that. And then usually now there's this earnings season, so we had earnings of Google's today. Microsoft is coming out soon as well in coming days. As I'll go through the list, we'll see when those earnings are. Then I'll just showing you the Apple there. But anyways, let's start off with Google, and then we'll make our way through the tech stocks, and then at the end I'll talk about SPY and QQQ. So Google had their earnings, beat on both fronts as for the estimates. It's funny enough that things were going lower. Let's go to the post market first. Things were going high up first, then started to sell off as the earnings calls was making its way to the completion, and then by the time earnings call finished, stock fell lower. It's down here. So what does it looks like in the technical? So let's go to the daily interval, and it closed at what? Oh, sorry guys, let me check where it is. Let's switch back. So it's at around 177 and 80 cents, right? That's where it is. So 177 and 80 cents, almost around here, puts it below 50 days moving average, and also now puts it below this level of support, which was coinciding with 50 days moving average at 178 and 78 cents. Technically, it's now full on in the downtrend structure. If Google can't recover above this 108 and 78 and 78 cents tomorrow, wow, that's a funny number, but if Google can't recover above it, it's just going to technically continue lower. We'll see. But yeah, this is losing a support. So if any position is taken on the short side, stop loss needs to be on the other side of it. But yeah, structure is broken. Usually the next day we'll see a follow through. We'll see if Google can regain this back into the upside. That would be 178 and 78 cents. If Google can get above it, sure, it's again starts to look, it's not going to be fully bullish right away, but it starts to gain back again into that, between 20 and 50 days moving average. Otherwise, no, it's just going to, falter, continue to the downside. So that's Google. That will lead QQQ and SPY also a little bit to the downside, okay? So let's go to Amazon now, and then we'll go through other tech stocks. So I'm just picking up from the list here, guys, series. So Amazon, sure, this rebound is continuing from last couple of days after falling off, but as I said, below blue box, that rebound can come until there, but as long as we are below the blue box, we are technically still in the downtrend. You can see today we got rejected and shorted over there, so sell-off came. Now tomorrow, if we lose this level of 185, it's just going to continue to the downside. You can still see that we are still in the overall structure in the downtrend technically. Let's see. So this is the level to watch, 184 and 85 cents. If we continue to hold that, and you can see we got out of that trend line today, and that was a upside play. That's why these levels are so important. These lines are so important that I provide, right? Intraday upside came, right? Now tomorrow, if we stay above 184 and 96 cents, that becomes a zone of pivot on intraday. I'm saying if we lose this 184 and 96 cents, then more continuation to the downside opens up. All right, so this is the level to watch on Amazon tomorrow, 184 and almost 185, guys. All right, so that's Amazon. Let's take a look at Microsoft now. Now we're going through the top of the list. Microsoft, sure, that rebound is coming through the blue box. That's where the strong support level was. I was talking about it. And we got that support and the bounce there, but we are still below that overhead resistance of the blue box at 450, and also below still 20 days moving average. Some sell-off is coming up over there, but is the sell-off strong enough that can we continue up here or low down here? So sure, this intraday rebound has been coming, but it's a very similar situation like Nvidia. I did Nvidia video, guys, already checked that out. But yeah, this is intraday pivots have been forming up. That's fine. But now tomorrow, if we lose this level 443, I would also want to see it if it loses 50 hours moving average. But if it loses both of these, 50 hours moving average and any of this zone of the level from 441 to 443, you can expect downside on this. Otherwise, yeah, Microsoft can chop around here until it meets 200 hours moving average. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, it's not in overall bullish structure. It's intraday bullishness rebound, in other words, is coming. All right. So that's Microsoft. And let's take a look at Apple now. So Apple, a positive day. I think it was, let me see how it's doing in the post market. Did it sell off or what did it do? No, quite a normal, I think, price action in the post market. Okay. Well, anyways, it's intraday. It's guys, so it's below 200 hours moving average, and you can see any bounce that is coming is being sold off. I actually at this point won't be surprised if Apple loses this 20 days moving average. Look, Apple is, a type of a stock that takes a while before it does anything. Now, this is the zone, right? Like, if more upside has to come on hourly interval, you need to see it get above 200 hours moving average with some strength. Otherwise, if we lose 20 days moving average, definitely watch $220 level. And if we lose that, because that's where the support is sitting, if we lose this 220, then you can be watching 211 and 50 days moving average that. All right. Meta. And so yeah, other earnings are guys a little bit out, further out in the, not this week, I think maybe next week, right? Yeah, next week almost. All right, Meta. So Meta is, it continued back again to that blue box, guys, but this is the final test. If Meta can get above this blue box, it's again going to structure, again going to become full on bullish. These are the intraday upsides that have been coming. That's fine. Otherwise, from here, the rebound is complete. If we reject at this blue box in the price action, you have to see on the lower time frame. If those rejections are coming, it's quite a brutal rejection though. Yeah, look at it. In the post market, sold off, right? Right into that blue box structural area, thus losing some pivots as well on the way. No, not that one, but this pivot is lost. So we have lost the pivot on intraday as well. I won't be surprised if we see the continuation of the downside now on Meta. All right. Netflix. So Netflix, well, all right, they already had their earnings. We talked about it. Netflix, guys, this is the zone. 635. If Netflix loses this zone with, and stays below it, it definitely opens up a lot more downside on Netflix. So it's still though above that, but its overall structure is not bullish though. Let's go to the hourly interval. And yeah, you can see still below 200 hours moving average. Rebounds are being shorted on this or sold off on this. You can see it gets up to those significant levels below 200 hours moving average and gets sold off again. Yeah, this is going choppy. Look, I'll only play long if it gets above 200 hours moving average with Netflix. Yeah, otherwise the rebounds are being shorted on this thing, guys. Yeah, just trade it with the level. Look, if you see the weakness, it starts to lose any pivot, significant levels, you can try to trade it to the next significant level with the stop loss on the other side. That's the best way to trade it. This is still a little bit struggling to continue in that downside direction. Technically, structure is to the downside though on this. So, but yeah, the big move actually is being stopped on this. Look, this was the play. We lost the blue box. I talked about we can come down to 635. That was a good play. Down until there, but now the next good play would be if we break below 635. That's where the support is sitting. And upside, as I said, let it go above first 200 hours moving average. That's on the hourly interval. I forgot something to. I like to clean up the chart after I'm done with it, and I just realized that I left a line there. Yeah, I don't like to come to a chart that is something that on the chart that I have that shouldn't be there. Oh, why am I going to Google? Okay, that's Netflix. Let's go to SPY and QQQ now. Google, I already talked about it, and so did I talk about Amazon as well down there in the list. So, all right, so SPY, and so guys, interesting enough, and we'll have to take a look at the post market in just a second. Interesting enough, we get to the top of the blue box selling off, but its overall structure is not bearish, guys, right now on SPY. For that, we definitely need to lose 549 again, or 550 to put it simply. Otherwise, structure is not fully bearish though. Let's go to the hourly interval. Let's take a look at in the post market. Did it sell off? Yes, it did. So, and you can see where it's selling off, rejecting underneath of 200 hours moving average. So those intraday rebounds as they were coming into the blue box, that's fine. Wow, that's quite a sell-off, guys. Lost all the pivots. I won't be surprised if tomorrow we see a more continuation to the downside and eventually losing this bottom 550. Yeah, yeah, post market is selling off. So you can see it's selling off at the previous pivot as well, right? And that's why we have this blue box there. All right, let's see if it finally loses 550, and then after that, if it loses 550, so in the post market looks like it's already below 20 days moving average, and if we lose 550, again you can try to see the levels to the downside. 550 is such an important level, so you are watching so closely. If you start to see wicks here, support forming, double bottom forming, guys, it's SPY. So this thing can stabilize if it wants to, but that's why you're watching these levels. The price action is what at these levels you have to watch. And if you need access to my tools that marks these automatic levels, links to my tools are in the description below of this video. All right, let's take a look at QQ now. And let me see QQ first. Well, QQ overall is still in the downward structure. It's still below that pivotal blue box. Rebound is coming, but it's selling off as well. So, but definitely the next big move will be below 50 days moving average if we get below that. Also with breaking the level of 474 or 475 range, right? Then only big move to the downside would come. Yeah. And big move to the upside is above into or above that blue box with above 20 days moving average as well. But let's go to the hourly interval. So yeah, as I suspected, QQ also selling off in the post market, and it's weak enough. It's more weaker than other, I think SPY also. So we're watching this level 476 tomorrow, and as I said, yeah, 474 to 476, 475 range pretty much. If we lose this level tomorrow, we're plummeting. Just like SPY, this area becomes very important because it's QQQ. If it forms double bottom here, consolidation support, yeah. All right, this may also make its way higher. So don't get ahead of yourself. Watch the price action at these levels and accordingly take the moves with the stop loss on the other side. All right. So that's QQQ. Well, guys, that's it for this video. And I did a video on Tesla already. Tesla had its earnings today, and I talked about a lot of stuff in that video. Check that out on my channel. Also, NVIDIA semiconductor video is already out there on my channel. So I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.